Good morning, everybody. It is currently 10:55 in the morning. It's a bit of a late one to start the channel, but it has taken us a couple of hours to get to where we are. So we are just outside of Lake Mountain. Now when I say we, there is two of us. You may see in the distance Suzuki DRZ 400, York edition, and that is the one and only Andy. And he doesn't know how to go slow, that boy. So on today's trip, we are going to do an old favourite, which is Mount Terrible. So we haven't been up there for quite a while, and just riding along outside here of Lake Mountain, it's actually quite foggy. Was not expecting that. That's kind of cool though. Yeah, so we are going up to Mount Terrible. So we're going to do Newmans Track. Now the last time I did Newmans Track was about 2 years or 2.5 years ago on the BMW GSA 800, and I must admit I did struggle quite a fair bit on that one because of such a top heavy bike. So now I'm on the Hemi, I should be able to just smoke it straight up. So we'll see how we go. We are just making our way along Eildon Warburton Road. It's a little bit rocky, a little bit rough, but it's not too bad. As long as you got the right tyres on and the right attitude, you'll be fine. But how good are these trees? Beautiful along here. Gorgeous day to be out. Gorgeous. Just making our way down Paddock Track. I love these whoop-de-doos. Give it a bit of gas. Do a little wheelie. A little bit of gas. A little bit of wheelie. So undulating. So cool. A little bit of gas. Wheelie. So we're just starting to come into some really hilly sections, downhill sections. So we're just taking it really easy. So up on the pedals or pegs. Just riding the clutch and the brakes. That's not too bad. Second gear, punch it. Woohoo! Here we go again. Momentum is your friend. Another downhill section. So up on the pegs. Just riding the brakes. Nice and steady. Still banging it through Paddock Track, so we've done a lot of downhill sections. So it seems to have levelled out now. Ground's quite compact. And Mr. Andy is gone. So we thought we avoided the little creek crossing onto the little bridge. So this is Still Creek Track. And so we're going to walk the bikes across. Welcome everybody. So we are just in the middle of the forest at the moment, and we've just stopped at a little creek crossing, and there's nothing but too bad, as we might say, but it's the steep incline coming back up. Otherwise you can do a shortcut like me and use a bridge. Nice work. Nice stall at the end. So we just watched Andy do that little deep creek crossing. That was pretty cool. I ended up using the bridge. Well, I figured, you know what, someone's built it, I'm going to put it to good use. So we are not far from Eld and Jameson Road. And we got some more hill climbs. Ain't nothing the Hemi can't handle. So we're just approaching Eld and Jameson Road, just duck under that branch. So that was a whole lot of fun. And now we got part 2 coming up very shortly of tackling Mount Terrible. What a name, Mount Terrible. Who ever thought of that? And why? Back onto tarmac. So here we are at Newmans Track, the beginning of the Mount Terrible climb. Now the last time I did this on the BMW, I really struggled with this bit, but it was also a bit damp and a bit clayish too. So, not 100% my fault. Here we go, alley-oop. Bit of a tight turn. In fact, I think I got stuck there last time on that corner. Getting quite rocky now. Just gonna putter up in first gear for a minute. Nice view. So climbing Mount Terrible is not all about going up. As you can see, there's also some downhill sections. Oh, how good is this? Yeah, so but you definitely need a 4-wheel drive to get through here. Coming up to a bit of a steep section. Just chugging along in second. How cool is this? That's better. Another steep section going up. That's quite rocky now, and we're almost at the top, and steep. I can see the base of the tower, the fire tower coming up. There's the tower. And we have made it to Mount Terrible. Yippee-ki-yay. If you're wondering where I am, I've made it to Mount Terrible Hut. So I'll show you the amazing view they've got out the door. We've got a 4-drive here, so there's the dog. How's that for a view? Alright, we are now leaving Mount Terrible Hut. We'll have one more look. Yeah, that's for an iconic shot. So we're now going to start making our way down the hill. So this time we're going to head southwards. So heading towards the Woods Point Matlock area. I've got a feeling we took the wrong side again. So I'm having to double back. Andy's got himself stuck. I'm knackered. I've just walked up a hill, a level 2 hill, to rescue Andy because he went down the super hard track, which is really steep and really rocky, and unfortunately his front wheel washed out, got stuck in a crevice, so we had to walk the bike down. And I thought I was doing the right thing. I parked the bike at the bottom of the hill and walk up. Oh God, big mistake. Hard work is rewarded with amazing views. Look at that. Gorgeous. Look at that. There's Mount Terrible off to the right. Gorgeous. So we have now finished off Mount Terrible Track. If you kept going onto Mount Terrible Track, that'll turn onto Ryan Spur, and that will take you into Matlock and Woods Point area. But we're now going onto Hope Track. And this track will lead us onto Big River Road. And that's pretty much all the gnarly stuff done and dusted. Here we are onto Big River Road. So basically this is like a gravel highway. Still on Big River Road, been going for about 20 k's now. But my bike's gone into limp mode. So it won't rev about past 4,000 RPMs. The engine lights come on, So I have kind of been giving it a bit of a caning today. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's caused this one. So when we get to the end of Big River Road, I'll pull over and let it cool a bit and see what's causing it to be in limp mode. Oh, these potholes don't help. So to give you an update, I'm just going through the Reefton Spur, which is really, really good for motorcycles. But for me, not so good. Indy has got into limp mode, so she won't rev higher than 4,000 RPM and struggles to do more than 60 kilometers an hour. So for me, going through the Black Spur, it's going to be slow and painful, but I'd rather do this than go the other way, which is through Hillsville, because that's a faster way and I just can't get up to speed. So the next stop will be at Warburton. We'll sit by the river, let the bike cool down a bit, hopefully get into some phone reception and Google what is going on with Indy. So it's going to be a long ride to Warburton. I think it's about 20-30 kilometers. So, but it's just going to be slow and steady. Update on the Himalayan. So I managed to bring the bike home, which was fine. Took a while to bring the bike home. So I stripped it down. So I checked the air filter, checked all the wiring, checked all the bits and bobs. Couldn't find anything. So I ended up doing a computer reset. So by turning the ignition on, then let it run for 10 seconds and then turn it off again, and did that 4 times, and that removed the warning light. And taken the bike for a few spins since, and since then it's actually been running perfectly fine. So not sure what the problem was, but it's all running good. So I hope you enjoyed this trip to Mount Terrible, and we'll see you on the next video soon.